Then I started writing music, and I decided to put out, at the time was hip house music. It was hip hop and house, because Chicago didn't accept rap at the time. It was only what it was, man. It was, house music, house, everything was house. So Fast Eddie, other rappers, they started doing a little hip house thing, and so I said, fuck it, that's what I want to do. I enjoy it. I would rather do rap, but hey, it's a way in. So we got in, and I did a couple tracks, couple albums, or a couple LPs. Got them playing in the clubs, doing some concerts and performances. It was fun. But what that did was, man, that shit opened doors, of other people who are in the music business. And I just saw a total different life of people that were in the music business, which I really enjoyed. It was like a little mystique, an aura of mystiqueness, and I don't know, I really couldn't put my finger on it, but I liked it. It was intriguing. And so this was when I was 17, 18, going to 18, became a musician, and got in the music business, started doing shows, and I liked it a lot better than DJing. I didn't feel like I was there. I felt like I was there to do a show versus just a DJ out there performing. And so I got my taste of the concert life of rapping, and when you're able to put real life experiences behind your music, and you have a good voice that people like, it was magic time. It was magic. It didn't happen right away, man. I think my first records were so fucking weak, but you got to start somewhere. A little more bass. Yeah, I know. I'll give him a little more bass. Me and DJ Easy Eli. That's right, man. Fuck. That was another guy that I appreciate and respect, man. He was an older cat that I looked up to. Did some dumb shit I'm not too proud of. We'll talk about it another time. But and so we did a lot of stuff, man. That guy was a big guy to me. He did a lot of good shit, man. So that was the experience that I had in the music business. I really, really enjoyed it. And things were starting to light up, man. I was really starting to do shit, still doing concerts, because that's how I can make my money. So now I'm able to perform concerts, Chicago, the suburbs, and promote them myself. You lose some, you win some, but I made more money than lost, at least in that time frame. And so, but then I started to connect with the undesirables at the time as well. So when you start to get into the nightclub business, the DJ life business, people who live in, they say, the underground, because they're always up at night. They live the nightlife, and it's a different way of living. We're basically going to sleep when other people are getting up, and it's a total different way of living, especially even in big cities like New York, LA, Chicago, in inner city poverty-stricken areas. It's a way different life, man. There's people you see at night in the same neighborhood you won't see during the day. That's just the way it is. You know what I'm saying? And there's people during the day you won't see at night. That's just the way it is. They knew not what to do or not to do. People just stayed away. They couldn't go anywhere else because they couldn't afford to go anywhere else. So they avoided the shit by just staying away. Think about all that shit. I'm so blessed to be here where I'm at, man. That way of life for me was, I had a lot of fun, but then you start using drugs. And I didn't use drugs, man, coming up as a kid. These cats would smoke young. I knew better, man. I mean, I just didn't do it. I was afraid to. Tried it at 12 years old, and I was afraid that I didn't like it, and I didn't like it. I hated it. So I didn't have to do it again until I was 18. And so as I started to get to know a lot of these promoters, they were older than me and they had a lot of money. I started to realize that a lot of them were they were drug dealers, Colombian drug dealers. And because I had been organized in the neighborhood, of course, they weren't. And you can't come from Colombia, Mexico, and just come sell your shit anywhere you want in Chicago. It doesn't work like that. It'll never happen. So, hanging out with them, we started to do big concerts, man. I'm not going to say which concerts, but they had the money to put down $300,000, $400,000 in cash at the time. And that was easy, So that was a business that I got into. And that was what I was dealing with at the time. And started to make a lot of money where I didn't have to live with my mom, but I didn't have a job and nobody was going to give me an apartment. And so it started to be not so good life over there. And but we're going to talk about that in chapter number 5. So chapter number 4, again, it was